Hello, guys, and welcome to another interesting episode of Madrid, my DNA, the home of everything Madridistas, as we discuss you through Real Madrid's latest and important update. Kickstarting with today's agenda, Kylian Mbappe will elevate the current Real Madrid squad, says former manager. We are going to be detailing you through that on this episode as we progress. And shortly after that, we will quickly turn our attention to the next agenda as Bayern Munich currently demand a whopping 70 million euros for Real Madrid top defensive target Alphonso Davies. We are going to be discussing you through that on this episode as we move forward. So please stay tuned right on to the end. Do not forget to like and subscribe to this channel. Turn on your notification bells so you do not miss on our next update. With under 4 months to go this season, Real Madrid are well placed. On most fronts, they hoped to conquer. The Copa del Rey may not quite have gone their way, but the men in white are well placed in La Liga, unbeaten in the UEFA Champions League, and have already lifted the Spanish Super Cup. It thus goes without saying that the Merengues have a special collection of players under a great manager. The potential addition of Kylian Mbappe, Alphonso Davies, and a highly quality centre-back next season will only elevate the squad a further rung. Former Real Madrid manager Vicente Del Bosque spoke to the media in a recent interview where he outlined Carlo Ancelotti's work on the bench and also addressed the topic of Kylian Mbappe potentially arriving to the team. Speaking on the matter, he emphasized that while the spotlight will be on Mbappe after his arrival, an equal emphasis must be placed on the players around him who in themselves constitute a champion team. He is a great player, but he comes to a team that is playing very well at the moment. I am sure he will improve what already exists, but be careful. Real Madrid has a very good squad. We should not underestimate those who are there. He will arrive in a well-established team and ready to play, but yes, there is no doubt that he will bring his little extra touch, he reiterated. Moving into the subject of Carlo Ancelotti's work on the sidelines and behind the scenes for Los Blancos, Del Bosque tagged his manager to be ideal. From the outside, I have the impression that they have a healthy group of players, a good group. Everyone gets along well, which is very important. And of course, the way Carlo Ancelotti leads the team seems to be ideal to me. He does it very well. I am in favor of this style of managing the dressing room like that. I am not saying it is the only way to manage a locker room. The essential thing is that the work environment is ideal. That is what we were talking about. Without that, it is hard to win, he concluded. So having discussed and concluded with that, we are going to quickly turn our attention to the next agenda as Bayern Munich demands 70 million euros for Real Madrid's top defensive target. It is well established by this point that Real Madrid see Davies as one of the top targets for the summer transfer window. With a deal for Mbappe all but wrapped up, the focus is now on closing the Davies operation with the Bundesliga champions in the coming weeks. In that regard, Los Blancos believe to have already reached a verbal agreement with the 23-year-old Canadian international over a move to the Santiago Bernabeu. What remains now is to negotiate a transfer fee with Bayern, which will be easier said than done. Now, according to Bild, claims that Bayern Munich have slapped a 70 million euros asking price on Alphonso Davies amid interest from Real Madrid. It must be remembered that the 23-year-old contract with the Bavarians expire in the summer of 2025, meaning he will enter the final year of his deal this summer. For that reason, Real Madrid do not plan to spending crazy money on the acquisition of the Canadian international. However, previous reports suggest that the Spanish capital club would not mind spending around 50 million euros on Davies. But Bayern Munich's initial demand is above that mark, with the German champions reportedly seeking 70 million euros for their ace speedster. The report from Marca states that Real Madrid plans on opening negotiations with Bayern Munich for Davies soon. The Merengues sees the option similar to the one in which they signed Toni Kroos from Bayern Munich back in 2014 for a fee of 25 million euros when he has only 1 year left on his contract. As such, Florentino Perez and co. wish to kick things off with an offer of 35 million euros for Davies. That figure would be half of what the German giants are demanding for the left back, meaning there would be a need for a further negotiation. So, having discussed and concluded with that, we have come to the end of this interesting episode. Thanks for following us right up to the end. Please do not forget to like and subscribe to this channel. Turn on your notification bells so you do not miss on our next update. See you next time, and a very big Hala Madrid to us all.